Hello, I'm Storm Tracker Jim Cantore, and welcome to our brand new state-of-the-art studio that we call The Lab. This is the new home of the Weather Channel experts. And, of course, we're talking about the best in the business when it comes to the tropics, winter weather, and, of course, severe weather as well. This is the future of forecasting, and we are ready to show you how it works. Weather Channel Live starts right now.
Well, we are making history here at the Weather Channel. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Goodlow.
And I'm Kelly Cass. Welcome in to our official debut of The Lab, a working weather center like you've never seen before.
It's also the home to our Global Forecast Center, where our senior meteorologists put together the forecast that you see on our air, also at weather.com, as well as your smartphone. Let's show you the lab in action. Dr. Greg Forbes is tracking storms in the northern plains with a Torcon of 4 right now.
But first, we want to begin with Storm Tracker Jim Cantore on the tropics and Invest area, Jim, that has everybody's attention right now.
Yeah, it does. And the big question is, what is this going to become, and where is it going to go in time? There's a lot of interesting things that are going on, certainly in the tropics, before as it makes its way toward the United States, that it may become or what it may not become. So, it has equal chances of just about everything. As a matter of fact, if you look at the Invest numbers from the Hurricane Center right now, over the next 120 hours, we have a 60% chance of development in through here. And typically, there was a wonderful man that worked on the Weather Channel. He was my mentor before Dr. Forbes, and he always said that if this thing does not develop before it gets to the islands, it probably won't in the Eastern Caribbean. And I'm going to kind of follow that rule here with this thing. But let's take you on in time. Of course, first of all, let's talk about the entity itself. And you can certainly see, a twisting going on here, right? There's motion this way, and there's motion this way. So it's a broad, low-pressure center as it is. Let's throw some streamlines on here, and you can kind of see a little bit better off where that is. We may or may not have a tight center, and the hurricane hunters are going to head out probably for St. Croix tomorrow to investigate this, should things get a little bit better organized. But you'll notice down here, there's a little bit of a swirl, so you've kind of got this elongated area of low pressure down through here. It's pretty far to the south. I mean, here's Barbados right here, Trinidad and Tobago down and through here. So we've got certainly a ways to go with this in time. So let's talk about this. What is going to steer it over the next couple of days into the weekend? Well, big subtropical ridge that we know is going to steer it through the islands and up toward Puerto Rico. So expect squally weather, regardless of if it develops or not. Expect showers and thunderstorms, obviously, to pull through as we head toward the week. The question is, will it actually have some moisture with it? And unlike what we've seen so far, yeah, this actually will have moisture with it. So here's the track. These are the points of where this area of low pressure may be. It's coming through the Lesser Antilles. This is about 11 o'clock on Thursday, and it continues its way on off toward the west through Puerto Rico and Hispaniola as we work our way in towards Saturday. And then, of course, the question becomes, what is it at this point? Is it developing? It's going to be pretty hard to develop over the mountainous terrain here if, in fact, it takes that path. Is it farther south? Is it farther off to the north? That is yet to be determined at this point. Shear is going to be unfavorable in those areas that we have in pink. I haven't put on the low-level wind flow in through here, but here's shear per time. So here we are tomorrow. Not much shear here, so certainly there is some chance for development before it gets to the islands. And then we may see that trough of low pressure kind of extend down in this region. There'll be a break between the high over the Atlantic and the high that's developing across the southeastern United States. So there is a chance for this to start to recurve a little bit and also even get into some more shear. Unfortunately, anything in this pink area that we have is 20 knots or greater, and that usually indicates that we won't have very favorable conditions for development, which is a good thing. However, as this moves off toward the west and begins to work its way over Hispaniola and the Dominican, guys, the water temperatures only get warmer, and we have seen in history storms blow up north of Cuba and become quite intense little hurricanes. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but let's not take our eyes off it, because that's certainly a possibility. As a matter of fact, there are many possibilities at this point. Speaking of possibilities for severe weather continue to increase across Tennessee and South Dakota. Let's talk about our current watch that's in Tennessee and also our new tornado warning. Our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes.
Yeah, and indeed, we do have a tornado warning. It's right around the Athens, Tennessee area. It's Doppler indicated. That would be the University of Tennessee area. Here it is. You can see it right there in the red. Then we have quite a few yellows. There's severe thunderstorm warnings all across parts of Tennessee, down, in fact, into Georgia beyond that watch area. So I'll take a tour of some of these. In particular, we'll start with the storm that has the tornado warning on that. It is a Doppler indicated tornado warning right around the Athens area, heading south and east at about 25 miles per hour, coming across Bradley, McMinn, and Polk counties. Here's the track that I've projected for that, coming down toward the Cambria about 528, the Turtletown area about 606 as it heads off toward the south and east. Right at the moment, you can see the greens going northeast bound, the reds going southwest bound. So just to the south and west of Athens is where the strongest of the rotations are located. And we talked about showing you more three-dimensional visualizations, and so I wanted to do that. Here's the main tornadic storm. It has another brother storm off to the east of that, and if I tilt this up into the vertical, give you some idea what kind of three-dimensional structure we have going on here. There is the tilt. I'm going from horizontal view to a vertical view. We see here that the storm has gone up to a top here of about 52,000 feet. It's about 10 miles high. This is the storm of the tornado. Much smaller, a little shower off to the south and east of that, not severe. Taking a look at some of the other severe thunderstorms we have coming down up a bit farther to the north and west, just to the south and east of the Nashville area, Davidson, Rutherford, and Williamson counties. Mostly we've been seeing hail and damaging winds here and there. There had been a warning just to the south and east of Cincinnati, Ohio. Probably has caused a bit of a delay at the airport. And we have some severe thunderstorms that occasionally have rolled through Atlanta. Look at all these little outflow boundaries. Carroll and Haralson, Paulding counties right now have tornado warnings that are severe thunderstorm warnings going there, as do Bleckley and Dodge counties farther to the south and east. Severe thunderstorms, maybe a chance of a tornado, parts of the North Dakota, South Dakota, and I've given a Torcon of 4 there. Later on this evening, southeast parts of South Dakota. So, Paul, we could get a lot stormier in the northern plains.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Forbes. Well, more from the lab coming up. And we know heavy rains and storms can produce dangerous flooding situations. We'll talk about the intense flooding in the southwest with scenes like this.